Shout out our sponsors, GW Competitions. They run regular draws for you to win different prizes from cash to Rolexes to cars and all sorts. It's all legit and the draw is run through the Google number generator. And the prize is delivered the next day, and if it's cash, it's transferred the same day. The draws are run on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. And you got to be in it to win it.
Ayo, who made this? Ammo 7 did it again.
Welcome everyone, we're back again at the Big Ego Media Podcast. Today we got Carl and Cayden, internet sensation, father and son, who are just going crazy everywhere right now. And how are you guys today?
Yeah, good, I'm good, man.
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, come a bit closer to the
yeah, I'm good, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Good journey, not too far?
Nah, not that bad to be fair.
Not that bad.
So, I mean, let's get straight into it. Like, how has it been in the last month or so for you guys?
Well, I only started TikTok last month, but it's just, it's like, I was just like, you know what, my dad's always just badding me up, so I'm just going to film it.
Yeah.
So I done it, and then it kind of blew up, and I was like, I'm just going to keep annoying them and keep doing it, keep doing it. And then, yeah, it's just where we are now, really.
So how many have you got on TikTok now?
I think 185K, 190.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Are you on TikTok yet?
I'm on there, yeah, I'm on like 50K or something like that.
Imagine that. I started TikTok maybe 2 weeks ago. I've only got 100, so yeah. You guys send your fans over to me. My missus were like, "You're gonna do TikTok? It's not for you, it's for the kids." But I'm like, my agent told me I should join TikTok as well, so it's the best place to be. Apparently, it's gonna take over Instagram, so I hear soon. So
hopefully we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the right place. So I mean, just looking at it, is that from seeing it from the perspective where we come from, sort of. We see what's going on, sort of youth violence and knife crime, and there's always that notion of where's the positive role models, and then seeing what you guys are doing for us. For me, it touched me. That's why I DM'd you straight away. It's like, oh, look, I love what you guys are doing. Yeah. And funnily enough, we had a journey where we played for the same team, but we didn't even meet at the same time. But I mean, just going back into your journey, like, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Battersea.
You grew up in Battersea?
Yeah.
How was it growing up for you at that time?
I was around a lot, and I've seen a lot, and I've been involved in a lot, but I had a good upbringing, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, the love for my mum was just enough for everything, more or less, you know what I mean? So.
Did you have your siblings around as well?
Yeah. I've got siblings, I've got brothers and sisters as well. Some step-sisters, half brothers or whatever. But they're all my brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? It's no.
So what was the main thing that sort of, you might have dibbled and dabbled, what was the sort of main thing that kept you out of that lifestyle?
Football. Yeah, football. Football was my main sort of something I've always done, always played football, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that was it really.
What's kind of your first interest into football? Who led you into it? Was you watching a game?
Well, my boyhood hero was Ian Wright,
okay,
yeah. Like Arsenal fan and that, and yeah, that was it really. Like I just, like got nights like growing up on the estate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, just always loved football really.
Yeah. And did you, I see you post guys the other day about Arsenal. Football, is football something that you enjoyed or you liked?
No, not really. Like, obviously, when I was younger, my dad used to try and make me go to football club, but it was never really. I don't think sports is really for me.
Yeah. And
like he just forced me to support Arsenal. Yeah. Even though I don't watch football and nothing, like he just forced me to support them. Yeah. But I said it just to annoy him, and then I know that would get him mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you don't support a team at the moment?
He supports Arsenal.
I mean, as I've got two girls, right? Mm-hmm. And my missus is always saying, "I bet you want a son, But it's that as a father. Mm-hmm. When you're seeing you love football, you're a football fanatic, and you have a son, naturally, that's the thing you want him to get involved in. So how was that? Did you feel that you was putting pressure on him at a young that you shouldn't have, or was the thing that
not even really that sort of? Originally, he's played football. I got him into football. Started playing football. Early on, he weren't the best. He got 2 left feet. He weren't the best. You know what I mean? So I've got to be honest. So, and then it got to the point where it's like I'm taking him football, but you know, he's trying to come, oh, Dad, are we going football today? Are we like, so I know you don't really like it.
Yeah.
You're doing it because you're trying to please me. So early on, I figured it out, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to make you do football.
Yeah.
He never really made me, like, he was like, okay, we're going to go football. I was like, yeah, whatever. But then, if I was like, Dad, I don't want to do football, he wouldn't make me do football. It's like,
I've sort of, so he went from football, excuse me, then he went and done boxing for a little while.
Yeah.
And it got to the stage where he was like, oh, do I have to go? And then I was like, no, you got to, because I was on a thing of like, I don't want you to just quit things, so you have to go. But I'm making him do things I like to do.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, my dad was a boxer, innit? So I thought, oh, if my son were boxer, I'd be sick. But I'm making my son do my things. But he's got his own ways of how he wants to live. So I sort of established that quite early, and then it's like, I sort of left him to it, and then he found the DJing, which is, at the minute, it's just going crazy. It's really, really blowing up. So it's he's been doing DJing for the last 2.5 years, and he's getting a lot of interest, man.
I mean, you've kind of gave me sort of a lesson right now, because I got a 2-year-old daughter, and I put up a video the other day where she was jumping, and she jumped far. I'm telling her mum that, right, this girl's quick and fast. She's gonna be the future world champion. She's like, don't put pressure on her. Don't make her do things that you want to do. So it's more about what they want to do.
And this is what I've realised. Like, his life is his story.
Yeah.
It's not. And I think a lot of parents put pressure on their children to do what they wanted to do. But it's not. He's got to do what he wants to do. For him to fulfill his life, he's got to do what he wants to do, not what I want him to do. You understand?
So how did you get into DJing?
Well, my dad's friend was like, he basically just shouted my dad and was just like, can Cayden come around and just learn how to do it?
One of my friends is a DJ, by the way.
Yeah, and then I was like, yeah, cool. I would come, and I kind of like, because I used to do dance as well, and I kind of like had the ear for it, you know what I mean? So I knew when to mix tunes, when to drop it, and I just did house. But obviously I'm only 14, and I DJ house, like, so yeah, I just carried on doing it, and that's the one thing that I've really stuck to.
So, and in terms of, being 14 and into house music, was it something that dad and mum was listening to at home, or?
Yeah, well,
the thing is that when he goes to, it's called Rats Academy. That's where he learned to DJ. So he's got, I think Cayden was one of the first guys to go, and now he's sort of built like quite a big company. He's doing quite really well, and he sort of teaches you all different genres of music. But Cayden started gravitating towards the house music more, and then he started saying, "Oh, listen." Obviously, originally, like, he's sort of done a few parties, kids parties. So they want grime, drill, these other sorts of music, and he'd be there and he'd be like, "Dad, I don't like doing this type of music. All I want to do is house." But originally, I sort of like, "No, stick to that because you're making money doing that way. Like, you're getting a few shows." Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, "Dad, I don't want to." I said, "You know what? Cool, it's your decision. You wanna do house? You stick to house, and that's your decision."
Yeah. I went there. Yeah. The first day he was like, "Oh, is there a genre you don't want to do?" And I was like, "House."
Yeah.
But it's like, because I think I was just listening to house before I left, and I was like, "Oh, I just want to mix house."
Yeah.
And then and I literally haven't really done anything else. If people call me and was like, "Oh, can you do rap, whatever?" I'll do it. But now it's got to the point where I've been DJing for like 2 years. I'm only doing house.
Okay.
So stopped everything else now. So
and with that as well, and it's very, for a young person to actually, this is what I want to do. I'm not going to try and compromise and change for anyone. No, that's very great to see, because the pressure would be, "Oh, come on, do drill, do rap, because everyone's doing that." Exactly. So how do you find that strength within yourself? What sort of lessons that taught you that?
It's I think I'm one. I kind of think I'm one of a kind. Not to sound big-headed, yeah, but like, I've never really seen anyone that's my age that's really like just doing house, and because I DJ'd in Fire and Lightbox when I was like 13, doing house and garage as well. It's like, I don't know. I just think I don't know how to explain it.
He's sort of. I've shown him a lot of things from young, so he's grown up really quickly. So it's like not in a bad way. He's sort of. You know what you want to do. You go and do that. It's like I said. It's your life. It's your story. Like, I can only, for me, I'm just here to guide you. I'm your parent, but I'm not here to tell you what to do. Because if I tell you what to do and you don't want to do it, eventually you're gonna go your own way anyway. So if we can establish what you want to do from early, which at the moment is is DJ and house DJ, let's go with that. Right? This is what you want to do. I'm just gonna guide you through and try and put you on or try and help you get
Yeah.
to the platform. Sorry, or the platform or where you need to get to. So.
I mean, also talking on that as well, as a father, like when you see everything that's going on in terms of youth violence and youth crime, and you see these teenagers being killed and so on, how does that affect you, and what sort of lessons do you talk to him about?
I've spoke to him. I speak to him constantly about it. Like,
Every day. Literally every day.
I've been around it. I've been on the roads. I've done that. It's like, if I'm not teaching him to stay away from that, then what am I doing? Like, you know what I mean? Why would I want you to have that road pressure?
Yeah.
Like, why would I want that for you? Like, I don't want my son going to jail. I don't want him getting in any trouble. Like, I've gone through it. You don't need to go through that. It's not, like we grew up different, innit? So I'm trying to make the generation underneath me, which is my children, for them to, go on and progress and be the best they can be, really.
And yourself being that age, when you see things like that happening, are you ever fearful at any time?
Of course, because obviously I live in South London, Croydon especially, which is like it's not, every time I go out I feel like I have to kind of be cautious, because I never really know. And obviously my nan lives in Stockwell, next to Brixton, so every time like I go to see my nan, I have to kind of be wary. But that's just anywhere I go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because obviously I'm not gonna carry a knife or anything, so I need to be. I don't know how to explain it.
Prevent yourself from getting into any sort of
any
issues.
trouble. Yeah.
So I mean, just on that as well, like, I feel like a lot of young people at that age are not sure what they want to do in life. And do you feel that you're sure that DJing is something you want to do?
100%. I want to be a DJ, but also be an influencer at the same time.
I think that's the sort of role where he's sort of coming into now.
Yeah.
You know, sort of where the social media sort of blown up. It is a role for him to come into now. It's like, you know, you can do that and you can do that, and then, you know, see where that takes you, sort of thing. So. And
I mean, with fame comes a lot of attention. Has that been an issue, like in terms of like trolls or people just trying to slur, anything like that? Has things been at school?
It's just, it's just really the same.
It doesn't really. I mean, there's been a lot of videos go viral, etc., etc. But for us at this moment in time, it's not. I mean, I've been stopped a couple of times in the streets. He's been stopped a couple of times, but at the minute, it don't really feel that much different in terms of like. It's not like we're walking out and people are like, oh my God, it's still, I feel like it's still really, really early stages. I feel like the content, people are enjoying the content. I personally didn't understand the impact that just, because this is how we are, like he's been rolling me like, so I've always played the mother role with me and I'm with Mummy City's mum. Yeah. And sort of after that 6 months, she sort of went back to work. Yeah. She's built her career over the years where I played football. So I was the one picking up from school, making his dinner after school, like summer holidays, we'd just be rolling, going cinema, doing this, that. We're literally like, we'd go and play out on the estate, we finish school and be like, oh Dad, can we go? Because he's so hyperactive, I need to stimulate him. So I've always had to, like, it is almost like a older brother relationship, but at the same time, of course, I'm giving them core morals of, you know, discipline and them sort of things. I'm not just going to allow him to, you know, be disrespectful, you know what I mean? But like at the same time, for me as my child, it's just guidance. That's all it is. It's not you do what I say, you do this, you do that. It's like you've got your own life. What is your story? What are you going to do? You want to be this DJ? Cool. Yeah. We'll go with that, and I will help you and put you in wherever I can for you to, you know, progress in your life and stuff. So,
I mean, if it's not DJing, what's the alternative?
I don't think I do have an alternative really, because it's like I just know I want to be a DJ. Like, it's not. I don't really want to have an alternative because I feel like that's just kind of. I feel like if I'm a DJ and I have an alternative of, say, for example, being a footballer, I don't want to have the alter. I just want to know that I will be a DJ. Yeah.
The thing is, I think is as well, like, like people will probably think, oh, you know, if it don't work out, you better do well in school. And what if this and what if that? For the way I look at things is like, between me and my missus, you know, we're decent people. Like, you know, we've got a lot of people that we know. We've got a lot of friends, a lot of family, a lot of good people around us. Yeah. And, you know, okay, you want to be a DJ, we got that. If 5, 6, 7 years time down the line, or 4 years down the line, you might be like, I don't want to do that, or, you know, he's nothing's happening with it, then we say, okay, cool, where can we put you now?
Yeah.
I want to do this. Okay, we speak to that person and we speak to that person. Do you know what I mean? So that's sort of what that's my attitude on things. It's not like,
I mean, he seems pretty determined. I think I get what he's saying. Like, he doesn't have to think about an alternative because he knows this is what his drive is and this is what he wants.
Yeah.
So, do you think in the future, like, you're gonna do festivals and maybe would it be like a DJ getter who sort of has his DJs but also makes music?
I see myself as more of like a not like Carl, not really Carl Cox, like. Yeah, kind of like Carl Cox, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I see myself as more like produce music and also DJ at festivals, because I do even though I'm 14, I still get invited to these festivals and stuff.
But the thing is, especially now with the found fame of the internet, you've actually kind of sold yourself now that people say, you know what, I want him to come and DJ, and you got the crowd.
In summer, I'll get more bookings. If COVID's finished, and it will.
I know you're still young, but how the DMs? They're flooded. And how do you control that? You say, look,
I reply to all of them. I reply to everyone, literally everyone.
But it's gonna be hard to continue to do that. So you didn't understand the question, but are you getting a lot of interest?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yes. Well, with girls, whatever. Yeah, it's been.
He sort of licked his lips when he said that, like, with girls.
No, you know what the thing is though, it's like,
I'm gonna say that. How do you keep them grounded and say, you know what, be cautious?
It's not even that. I've been doing this. So regardless of what the situation is, I've been talking to him about girls, about sex, about this, about that. Like, I don't. People try and hide things from their children, but in reality, you're gonna experience these things. You, as a young person, you're going to experience these things. No matter if your parent told you, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. If you want to do that, you're gonna go and do it regardless. So for me, I don't tell him don't do things. I would rather say to him,
he does tell me don't do some stuff.
No, but obviously no. But I would tell him don't. Yeah, I might tell him don't do certain things. But you know what I mean. Like, I would rather tell you, like, these are the consequences of if you do that. Because I can't tell him don't do something that I've already done. You understand? So he needs to just understand that this is what could happen. So if you decide to do it, then that's fine. But if this is what I've told you, so that's up to you. You know what I mean?
And I guess how is mum and you got another young daughter? How they're taking this whole new fame and being the camera there all the time?
It's gone.
It's been for my mum. It's just been because obviously my mum's a PR manager, so she's always around social media, everything. It's just I don't know. I think she's just fine with it.
Nothing really. The thing is, nothing. I've like so my social media, like my Instagram stories, etc. I've been doing this for like a long time. I'm not gonna say I've been trying to be like an influencer. Like, I haven't. It's just I'm literally going about my day. I film like my daughter in the morning, my son, fighting with him. Like I've been already like sort of doing this for a while. So it's not as if like all of a sudden I've picked up a camera and it's like I'm filming my family, I'm filming my daughter. Like we've been already doing this. It's just the sort of the platform now I feel like is increasing. Like the followers have sort of gone up, and sort of the response to just me and at the minute what most people say is me and him relationship. It's been like like I said, I didn't understand the effect that it has on other men. Like one of my boys the other day, we'd done a job and he was like, we finishing the job, we had a couple of, and he was like, bro, we're not going to be real with you. Like the way you are with your kids and your family, it makes me want to be a better dad to my kids. Like, and in my head, I was like I was getting goosebumps. I was like, wow, that's crazy, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I think the way I am with my family it is quite like, if I was looking from the outside, I'm looking, wow, that guy goes to work, he looks after his family, like it looks like a nice environment. So it's like I get what he means now, and when people are messaging me now, like I'm getting a lot more messages from people like, bro, it is inspiring. But
100%, because I think we take these things for granted, especially from our communities. That's why I DM'd you and said, you know what, I love you guys, because I spent that amount of time in jail. So when I've come out now, I can experience it with my family. It's like just being there as a father, you feel the responsibility. And when I see you and you're going to work, you're showing yourself working and you're showing yourself, and that's what it is to be a man, and you're kind of demonstrating that. And I think there's some people who will be inspired by that, because some people don't have a relationship with their children. They might feel the way like, wow. So what you guys are doing, although you're just being a family, it is actually inspiring and showing people, you know what, this is the correct way to do things. Don't get me wrong, we probably know everything's always not perfect.
100%,
but
of course.
what you guys are sort of highlighting towards the community is like, you know what, there are some positive role models out there. And with that, do you feel a sense of responsibility?
The thing is, like I said,
Yes. I do.
You do.
in terms of what?
I feel like, because obviously I feel like I have to keep posting on TikTok, because you know it's in responsibility. Do you mean like on social media or just?
I mean, answer whichever way you think best.
On social media, I like to post a lot. Like I like to be consistent because consistency is key.
100%.
But for example, like it is a responsibility having to try and post every day.
Or did you mean
I'm in the sense that, do you feel that now, because you are in the public limelight, you got sort of a sense of responsibility to sort of
act a certain way, or
to be? I mean, you're not acting, but this is who you are. But you can't afford any sort of slip up or mess up. Do you get that sense of pressure?
I'll be honest, like I said in it. What do you?
Because you have to be because we're on a bigger platform now. You have to be. Do you mean like you have to be more careful with what you say? Like, obviously, I'm never, even before I had before all the followers, I would never even say anything offensive. Yeah. But you just got to be more careful with whatever you say.
For me, it's like on my platform or what I'm doing, it's sort of remained the same. Like it's literally, I'm going about my day. I might show a bit of doing a bit of work, or messing about with my daughter, or fighting my son, or making my missus a coffee in the morning, whatever. Like I'm just. My content is not any different to what I would have done anyway. I've never been on social media acting stupid or whatever. You know what I mean? It's always been like, this is me and my son, we're fighting, we're messing about. Like this is what my content's always been. So it's not as if, you know, I'm not going to change what I'm doing because I don't really feel like I need to, because it is what, you know, it is what it is basically.
And I mean, I know earlier you said as well that after obviously you had Cayden and your missus went back to work and you were sort of the one. Did you ever feel the pressure as a man? Because I used to feel that pressure sometimes, that like, oh God, I'm the man, I should be doing it. Or was it a thing that where you kind of knew what you guys were kind of planning, you had that compromise and...
Yeah, okay. It's funny because it's not like she's sort of been building her career over the years. Yeah. She's a boss, by the way. She's doing really well. She's sick. And I was sort of doing little bits and bobs, playing football, doing whatever, and for me, it's just like, I've always been able to sort of provide certain things. Only over the last 3 years where I've started a new journey and things ain't, you know, she's gone and she's earning good money. But for me, it's like, we're a team, innit? You understand? So I've now got myself to a position where I was playing non-league football, I was doing certain role things, and I've come away from that completely. I've retrained, I've learnt to, you know, do plumbing, and I've become a gas engineer, and I've done that over the last 3 years. So now I know, like, the sacrifices I might have made in the early stages, where it's like being the mum, like where she could go and do her career. Now she's at the stage where she's doing really well, and now I'm coming through and doing my own thing. So it was never like I didn't really feel like, I know people might, he's the mum in the relationship, or he's this, or like the man of a banter me, like they will send through, like, you know, like what they call memes, like if your missus earns more dough than you, just sit there with the mouth, them sort of things. That, but for me,
as long as you know you were sacrificing for your family,
come on, bro, I don't need my ego stroked, innit? So I'm alright with knowing my missus can earn more dough than me. That's fine. Like, as long as I'm at a certain level where I can at least have, do you know what I mean?
And contribute and that as well.
There you go, exactly.
I mean, let's talk about your football career. Where did it start? What clubs did you go to? Because I remember when I was on a run, I would Google different Ryman League, and I see you was always in and around the top goal scorers.
So, I mean, I was playing football I was at Kingstonian Academy, so I went college in Kingston. That was at like 16, 17. So I was there for a couple of years. I played football in Ireland for a bit. Then I came back, I had a trial at Brighton. I got the opportunity to have a trial. And then I got a contract, I got a 3-month contract. And then the manager, Steve Coppell, left. And then now I realise what people say about the politics of football. It's like one of them ones. Then I sort of drifted into non-league, having them all Louisville, Dulwich Hamlet, Tooting and Mitcham, Kingstonian, and I just sort of drifted in that sort of the non-league scene for probably 12 years.
Do you miss it?
Not really. Like, when I get to football, I enjoy getting there, training, I enjoy all that, but you see, when you got like Western Supermare on the Tuesday night,
the travelling,
I and the thing is, where I travelled so much, like I played at like Havant, I played at Eastleigh, so that sort of travelling for me, it was just like when I sort of come to the end of it, and I was playing at Corinthian Casual.
Yeah.
To be fair, the season before I didn't play, and then the next year my boy was like, "Oh, just come and play, man. The pitch, like I knew the pitch was nice. You don't get at that level. That's the only team who don't get paid.
Yeah.
So he's like, just come and play football, and obviously, lucky enough, I went there and we ended up going Brazil, and you know, just.
And the thing that's what I'm saying. I can't quite remember because there's a guy called Reese who says that, and I put up a clip the other day. I don't know if you saw it on my Instagram. At me at Career for Casuals.
Yeah.
So that was literally the same season that you was there, but I was literally out of jail for a month.
Yeah.
They invited me to come back. I signed. I played a couple of games, but I was like, this is a bit of a truck coming from Hackney. And then I left. But I'm pretty sure you'd have been there that season because it was the December.
It would. You come in December?
Yeah, I came there in February, March.
I don't know. Did I not?
So you would have been there because you guys went to Brazil in December.
Yeah, we went in January to. Was it January? January.
It was January.
Yeah.
So literally, I was there like a month later.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you were still playing or not. You might still be playing. I was probably just a bench warmer. And you didn't remember me.
I can't remember if I finished the season. I don't even know. Like, literally, that was my last season in London football. So.
Did you used to go to your dad's games? Did you enjoy them?
I didn't like it.
No.
You had to come. I made him come.
Football is not. It was just never for me. Like playing football, watching football, going to watch my dad play. Like I just never really found it interesting.
And that's why I've never like. And I mean.
Was there a sense of a little bit like, oh, come on?
No, you know what, yeah? Like I've said, like from early doors, I'm like, this is, you know, with football, yeah, when I get to games, I love football, I love playing, I love training, like when I'm there, yeah, but I'm not like a man who's like, I love ball, I want my son to play, or like training, I love it, even though I've played at a decent level and I've always enjoyed it, and that was my dream as a kid, it's like, I don't love football like in a sense of like I would want to go outside every day and train with him. Like, it's not. I don't. So when he didn't really love it, it wasn't like, oh my god, it's devastating. It was just like, okay, cool. You don't love that. I'm not gonna make you go and do something that you don't really like. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm glad that I established things early doors where I didn't make him do things. Because there's so many. You know, I'm not telling people at all, but there's so many people that make their children do things what they want to do. Yeah. They understand, and it's just like, what about what that person wants? He didn't want to play football, so I could have made him play football, and he probably would have done it for me because he's trying to impress his dad. But he would have hated it. So that's for me. It's not fair for him. Do you understand?
I did play rugby for a bit though.
Yeah, did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I played rugby. How long? For like a year and a half.
A year. Yeah, it's over a year.
I just played rugby for a bit. Obviously, I'm big, like, so I always, but I play for my school team football because now it's like I kind of do like football a little bit. I'm not gonna go play for a club because I don't have that commitment. But rugby, I did play rugby when I was like, I think I was in year 7, year 8, and I was good at that. To be fair, but then I just got bored of it.
In terms of your DJing, then how do you sort of source the latest songs? You just sort of
Beatport, Beatport, and I listen to people like Shannon Amara, AR Hitty, Continental GT. So I should listen to their mixes and then I just Shazam the tunes and then I use them myself. Okay. Because that's
I'm nodding along. I don't know none of these people. I've been learning, and I guess my people are gonna learn now as well. So
I mean, to be fair to him, within like this sort of there's like a sort of house sort of industry. Yeah. A lot of a lot of big DJs know him. They know who he is. He does his mixes. They like
big in the UK scene, like because there's big like Carl Cox, what's it? I don't know how to pronounce it. Catriana, I think it's something like that. Yeah. Martinez brothers, they're like big, like they are before.
Worldwide international DJs, and then you got the.
But I see you being just as big, to be fair, because if people are seeing this and people are seeing everything that you're doing, and people say, well, you're into it. It's not just I'm doing it for a phase. You're actually passionate about it. That's the main thing. When someone's passionate about something, you can tell, and I can tell that you're passionate about it. So I can see festivals and clubs and that calling you and so on. I mean, how is it for you when he has to go to these places?
He loves it.
The thing is, I've been doing this. Like I said, this is my son, whatever you want to do, we're going to do this. You understand? So, for example, like he used to, one of my friends done like a fitness class at Tooting and Mitcham. Well, he was doing it about a year ago. I'd work a week on a Friday. He's got to be there on a Friday between 6 and 7.
Yeah.
I'd go there. I'd train. He's my son. He's DJing. But I'm going there for you. I'm going there because you got to get your exposure. You got to get. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for me, if my son's doing something or my daughter or do you know what I mean, my people, like I'm gonna help you in it. So for him, I just want the best for him, really. So do you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna, if I've got to drive up and down, I'll drive up and down. So.
And does your sister, does she get it? Like all this fame that's coming, does she understand it?
She's only 6, so she doesn't really understand what's going on.
She don't understand.
She don't understand, but she understands. Honestly, she's quite smart.
She's sick, man. I seriously by my day. She's funny, man.
Yeah.
But she don't really like. Again, I know, like I know you're saying it's like this new fame, but I don't really feel
it doesn't come yet.
I don't know what's going on at that. I don't really. It's just like I'm just still posting. I mean, there's more followers and there's more people watching. I'm getting more messages, but I don't really feel like
famous. Yeah.
I'm famous
because it's quite, like I said, overly within the last year. That's when mine's grown. It is still a bit like I'm just you feel like you're just yourself, and then someone comes to you, I love what you're doing. And you think you're just you, but then it comes with the territory, I guess. So. What would you guys kind of like to come from this? Because you want to become a DJ, but what you've got now, like I said, we've got like Steve or the Madman's got his family and stuff like that. Would you guys ever envision doing a show? I mean, even maybe a collab with Steve or the Madman or stuff like that?
I would like to meet him one day. I would like to meet Big Nasty, all them lot, because like, it's funny. Like.
Yeah, I think for the whole like YouTube stuff, anyone who's following me for a while, they'll probably watch this and be like, oh, here we go. But I've been meaning to start YouTube. Like, one of my boys the other day, he's like, bro, you have to do this. Like, your family, like, the work your missus does, your job, what he's doing, like, your daughter's just funny. Like, as a family, like, you lot are lit also. You lot are lit kind of thing. Yeah. Like, you're entertaining it. Like,
I mean, there's something key that you said right there, which I'll say is probably key more so than other people, is that your partner is in PR.
Yeah.
So you guys have kind of already got it set. I mean, you've done the groundwork, but you kind of, if you needed to take to the next level, you kind of got someone to stay already.
She does help a lot.
It is the whole like. So I'm someone who's big on writing down goals and doing all these things. I get up early in the morning, I do this, and I've been
channeling this.
I've been doing this, and I know people probably, but I've literally been. I've been writing this down. Even the fact that I'm here with you now is like, I've been visioning this. I've been thinking that, and even certain people that have hit me up on the social media that are quite big within the social media world are like, bro, like your thing's lit. Like, make sure you keep doing this, man. I'm enjoying the content. I enjoy what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's almost like we're being accepted into sort of like, the sort of social media sort of stuff.
Do you ever feel, I mean, you can see like with different comedians, they do what they're doing, but sometimes they have to do things that are a little bit scripted. Do you feel that that's going to come naturally as well, that where you're going to have to say, okay, we have to do this sort of scenario?
I can't say as yet because I can't see into the future.
The thing is, thing is, it's like for me, I'm not a comedian, innit? I'm quite funny, I think, on my social media. I think people enjoy the content, whatever, but I'm not a comedian. So, like I said, the way we are is literally like, he dashed me in the bush the other day. Yeah, and most men are like, you would have gone mad if you done that, didn't it? But I've been tripping him over in the supermarket. When there's girls, when he's 6 and 7, I'm tripping him up, he starts crying. So it's just like, he's just taken on.
People need to understand that, this guy has been pranking me from like from literally so young. Like, if we pull up videos, like there's so many videos where he's been pranking me. So now I'm just getting him back. And people always in the comments, oh, you're a bad son, rare. But when I showed them the videos of what he used to do to me, and I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Like,
he's just taken on. Like, it's almost like I've sort of been doing like the sort of social. I mean, I don't feel like I've really tried to do it. I've sort of been around the edge. Like I said, I've had a couple of videos of my stuff that were viral years ago, whatever. And he's sort of just taken it on now. It's like, right, all right, cool, Dad, you're like this what we're like. I'm just gonna start doing this now. And like he's sort of taken it on now. And it's like he sort of caught the attention now. And now, from what he's doing, it sort of made me think, right, let's get this YouTube going. You've been saying it for a year and a half, 2 years now.
I mean, what sort of thing, I guess, would you guys sort of put on in YouTube, like challenges and taking up people's music?
I think we'll do more like vlogs.
I mean,
I don't know what we'll do on YouTube.
The thing is, like, in terms of like the YouTube stuff, I've always thought I'll do like sort of like family stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we'll just see what happens. I think the challenge, I think we'd probably do, I was chatting to someone the other day, to be fair, and it was like, what you can do is have like your sort of the family name as the sort of the YouTube channel. Yeah. Then you can have like you and him, where you and him do your stuff.
But you got like is it the Tabs family? I don't know if you see them.
Yeah, no. I watch their stuff still. I've sort of no, they're like the family. Yeah. But I've been watching their stuff and seeing, because I don't really know what direction to go in. If I'm honest, it's just like I said, I do my.
But there's no pressure. That's a bit great. But there's no pressure. You got chance to sort of just do things that you're doing organically and see whatever opportunities come with that. To be fair,
that's it. And I'm glad it's sort of. It is building organically, because it's like I was saying to you earlier, like people have always said, I think you should have a bigger crowd, and I think, do you want to buy followers, do you want to do this? And I'm just like, to be honest,
why would we buy followers? I don't know. What's the point of buying followers?
I've never understood that.
It does make sense, if I'm honest, because it's like it's like a mind trick.
But you know why it doesn't make sense? For me, why it's never made sense is that it's like if someone who wears fake clothes, or it's like within yourself, you know the truth, and the truth will be like, oh, if that makes sense.
I get that, but I think at the same time, it's like
the perception it brings.
Exactly.
Some people say fake it till you make it, and others just say, why are you doing the thing?
No, but the thing is though, I think when you look, say for example, if you log on someone's Instagram now, if you see they've got 80,000 followers, you're more intrigued to look at their page. If you see they got 800, it's like, oh, they're not really important. So as such, so I get, if you're trying to build a brand or trying to build a business, for you to buy followers to almost get more followers is.
I mean, there are people that are doing it, but for me, I've always found it like it don't feel right for me. It's never felt right. I mean, the video that sort of went viral was you making fun of your dad's toes.
There's the one where
how dry were they?
They're still dry. There's the one where I did. I was asking for money. Yeah, I always ask this guy for money. I asked him for money. And then I knew I say stuff that gets him mad, and I know it will get him mad.
It'll build up. So he'll start with something like, oh, dad, and then I'll start, no, because he gets me at the point where I'm starting to get agitated.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be talking to me and he'll be going on like, oh yeah, so that, like, so for example, the other day is like, oh, dad, Arsenal are dead. I'm like, bruv, shut up. Oh, Arsenal are dead. And he'll be going on, and then he'll start recording, and I'm like, well, what are you talking about? And that's where, at that
so point, he sets you up for it,
There you go, exactly.
Yeah, I do.
Do you have a favourite Arsenal player?
I don't watch the game. Like, I
not even one player that can satisfy your dad's.
Come on, man.
Saka, I like Saka. He's young and he's sick as well.
He's a proper player still.
If he was a footballer, what position would you
Centre
play?
back.
Centre back. Okay.
That's what position I do play for my school team.
Okay.
Because I'm a little bit fast and I'm strong. I can pass whatever, I can shoot.
Dad's looking around like,
you say I'm not strong.
You're fast. You're not fast, bro. Loud. You're careful, man. You're not fast.
You're not fast. You are not fast.
Who's faster?
I'm faster, but I don't.
Obviously, he's faster, but he's not fast. Like, my friend's faster than him.
Why? You don't think you can be faster than him?
I am fast. I'm a little bit fast.
But do you think you can be beat him in a race?
No.
Okay.
But he's not fast either.
He can't beat me anything.
That's a
lie. I'm better than you at DJing.
Yeah, but
exactly.
That's the
Exactly. I can't beat you at anything, but I bet I can beat him at DJing.
But that's not beating though. That's not beating me.
Technically, it is.
If we do back to back,
I'm talking about playing pool or swimming or football or any sport or anything. Like, you can't beat me.
If we go back to back DJing, I would win. Therefore, I can beat you at something.
You remind me of myself, like very competitive. Like no matter what, even if it's your son, your daughter, like, no,
I'm not letting you win. Why am I gonna let you win? Who lets you win in life?
I beat him my best stuff low key, but
go on. Tell me one thing.
GTA. Call of Duty. Exactly. So you can't say that you're better than me at everything. But I've named like 4 3.
I ain't played you it. So you ain't better than me. So you don't know.
FIFA.
How do you know?
FIFA.
He's dead at FIFA.
He's so dead. I beat you at anything, bro. Any game, anything, I beat you.
So I mean, like even just seeing you guys' rapport, and like I said, it's amazing to see it in the flesh as well. What sort of, I guess, impression, I know you sort of spoken about it in terms of like people have messaged you and they said that it's inspiring. What sort of impression do you sort of want to leave behind to let people know, like, you know what, is it from a place of perseverance or is it a place, you know what, you don't need to go that road? Because some people, like myself, go through a different road and then come at the upper end, but you didn't actually have to go through that road. What sort of message you want to send to the world?
Go through that road.
Oh, you went through that road as well? Okay,
no, sorry, not as you know, as far as you went, but I've been involved in certain things. But for him, like for example, I had to sort of start my sort of career at 34. Yeah. So I've wasted from the age of 16 to 34. Obviously, I played non-league football, but I was always trying to, get that fast money, whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was a waste of time, really, because for most man, if you're on road, if they're real, you get to like I've said it before, like you from 16. You come out of school, you jump on this road thing. By the time you're in your 28, 30, get to 30, you've probably gone jail, you've been nicked bare times, and by the time you get to that level, you ain't got no skills now.
Yeah.
So you're 30, you've got no skills. What jobs you doing?
Yeah.
You're going to do. It's not a disrespect, but you're going to do more of a low-paid job as opposed to if when you leave school at 16. If I started plumbing at 34, if I started at 16, by 34, my company would be mad. Yeah. But I've got to start. At which for me it's been a mad grind, and for most man, no disrespect, but most man ain't gonna be able to do that because at that stage already you've got your bills, you've got your family, you got this, you got that. So it's like I'm preventing him going through that. Like I don't want you going through that. You start young. Whatever you're gonna do, you do it from young, and you work hard at what you're doing.
Has there ever been any sort of temptation at all, like from the other guys in the local area, like, yo, come and hang around with us? Has there been that?
No, because I just don't want to do it. Like obviously, man, them olders in my school, yeah. Like I remember one of them was like, "Oh, do you wanna come do this?" I was like, "No." Like just no, like because it's not really for some youths, yeah. I think it's like, oh, if I start shooting, I'll be popular or whatever. I don't really know, but for me, it's not. I will never ever shoot because it's not for me. Like, why would I want to do that? Yeah, it's not something that I really want to do. Do you know what I mean?
And I recently, you've all gone back to school. There's a time away, and I guess the whole fame came while you was on the way. I mean, going back to school, has the reaction been? Is everyone like, yo, Cayden? Is it you find everyone wants to be your friend now? Or?
No, I literally like. Obviously, I'm quite popular in school. Yeah. I'm kind of friends with everyone already in my year, but obviously all the younger years are like, oh, you're that guy from TikTok. Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah. But it's not. I think it's just really the same. Like it's not really a difference to me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
What about the teachers? Are the teachers not saying it? Have they seen it?
Low key, some of them are hating. I think.
No, because the thing is in school. I could see he's not naughty, but he's
a bit cheeky.
Yeah, that's it. So I mean. The thing is, that's life though, and not everyone's going to be happy for you when things go well for you. Not everyone's going to be happy. That's just how it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? So for him, I just tell him, look, this
stays. He literally said to me, yeah, when I started year 7, year 8, yeah, he was like, just don't be too naughty. Just pass some GCSEs. That literally, that's all he says. Really,
I'm not one of these like. I'm not on him to get this school. I'm not on him to be like, you gotta go uni, you got this, you got that. Because I personally feel like, the things I was learning in school, how's my son learning the same things 23, 24 years later? Yeah. And the world's evolved so much. It's just like, it's hard.
I guess also, if he's saying he wants to be a DJ, it's not like going to college or uni, you'll be doing a DJ school, are you? So if that's not your angle, you can literally, after school, decide to...
I reckon in 6th form, I'll apply for the Brit school. I was going to apply in year 9, but I just didn't do it. I don't know why I didn't do it. If I could go back in time, I'd definitely do it, because I don't really like school. Like, it just bores me.
It's not fun at school. And the thing is, it's like... I mean, for some parents to hear that their child don't really love school would be like, oh my God, what do you mean? But for me, I'm just like, I feel like we put the school curriculum on such a high, like you got to. But then it's like, people do everything they can to get this uni degree. Yeah. And like, it's not a disrespect. I would never disrespect anyone who goes to work, but you've got this uni degree and now you're not even using it for anything because all you've been told is get a degree, go to college, get a good job. If you go to college and get this degree, you're going to get a good job.
And then you have to pay back the loans as well.
But that's not real. So now you're in your 20s or whatever, you're 60, 70 grand in debt, and it's like, what have you got to show for it? Yeah, you've got this degree, and you've possibly made your parents happy. But what do you want? For him, I want him to live his life. You do whatever you want to do, and I'm just going to guide you and try and help you to get wherever you are, you want to be. If, for example, and I say to him, like, if you decide you want to be a bum, that's fine, you be a bum. I can't make you do anything. If you decide to be a bum, I'm okay. I'm not going to feel bad about it. Yeah. If he's a bum, I'm not going to feel bad. It would upset me because I think you've got so much potential to do well in life. But if you decide to do that, me and mummy we're okay in it. We're growing. We're gonna build. If you want to do that, you've been exposed to nice things in life. You have nice holidays. You do these nice things. We're not gonna always pay for that.
Yeah.
So you have to do your own thing. And I done a video. He done a video, and I was like, what I say? I was like, go on and earn your own money. You need to go and earn your own money. And obviously all the comments like, oh, you're telling your son to go and trap. I'm not telling you to go and trap. What I'm telling you is, you're the DJ. For you to get exposure, you expose yourself on your social media. Yeah. You let people see what you're doing. So for me telling you to go and earn money is me telling you to go and post more, go and do that stuff more.
It's very, but
which is gonna which is gonna attract attention for you. Yeah. Which is gonna make people say, we want to book your son for events. Now you're getting paid. Yeah. It's not about going on the road and going on the street. He's not. If he come to me and told me he was selling, or if he was doing any of this road stuff. Yeah. I'd just be like, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I'm very disappointed because I've showed you exactly where it's going. Do you understand? So,
like, I think I forgot what I was going to say now.
I was saying quickly, you mentioned about people saying things in the comments. Do you ever think, because sometimes comments come and sometimes I just ignore them. Yeah. Sometimes there's one that might just trigger you, think I'm going to respond. Yeah. But I've been trying to learn to know you can't respond to everything. Just let them say what they say because they're going to believe when they believe. Do you believe, what do you do with the comments?
I literally do not care. Like, I literally don't care about what they say.
You never respond?
At all. Yeah, I respond to people that are saying nice stuff, but I literally don't really care. Like, they can say, oh, you're dead DJ, rare. I literally don't care.
I think it's when you know yourself. Like, it's like, for example, like when one of his first videos went viral, like I was reading the comments, it was like, oh, he's a terrible dad, and I know. No one, because no one in the world, like, I don't care who you are, you can't call me a terrible dad. So, because I know that. It's like,
did you feel, I mean,
I nearly responded. There was one, I was like, and I went to respond, and my missus was like, what are you doing? And I was like, no, that's annoying, I've got to say. And she was like, you're going to respond to someone on the internet? And I was like, I just put the phone, and I was like, this is silly, like, am I really? Because the thing is, there's no, if you're going to respond to a negative comment with a negative comment, it's just going to continue on it. And then your own energy start feeling like, have they responded yet? What's going on? It's just like, energy is important for man. I mean, I ain't got time for all of that. Like, I've got to know what's real, and what's real for me is like my son, my daughter, my missus. That's my realness, isn't it? Yeah. Like, what happens within this internet world is like, it's amazing for people to say nice things, and you know, when I will respond to people that say nice things, I'm going to continue to try and motivate people and try and hopefully make you know, guys better dads, for example. Yeah. But with the negative stuff, it's just like,
to be honest, people
can't do nothing.
People can just say what they want, like, because in reality, it's not reality, because it's on social media. So if they can say, oh, you're dead,
and you don't even know the person is. They might even not. You don't know if it's a real person.
How's the extended family? I know you got your core four of you guys, but how's sort of brothers and mum, grandfathers, uncles? How they sort of said?
When
I speak to one of my sisters today, and she was like, it's just mad. Like, my friends are messaging me like this is, do you know what I mean? Like, that's your brother, and and this, but it's. Like I said, it doesn't. Nothing feels like it's really changed. Like, at the minute,
nothing. At the moment, I don't feel like anything's really like drastically changed my life, except for getting a lot of followers on TikTok and Instagram.
And some people are starting to reach out and saying, like, you know, like,
brands and stuff,
clothes and this and that.
Yeah, listen, monetize, and even like with brands. From my personal experience, I tell brands, people say, "Oh look, I got a new T-shirt for you. I got a new tracksuit for you." I'm like, I got enough T-shirts and tracksuits. Okay, show me the money.
Okay. So
and if I give you any advice, take a couple of stuff and say, you know what, this is our value. So your missus works in PR, so she'll be able to tell you a bit more.
She's already sort of, with him. He's sort of like, you know, people are messaging him and saying like, "Would you wear a brand?" And we this, and he at the moment in time, he's sort of like. Yeah, but I'm like, let her deal with that, because she knows what she's doing.
Because the thing is, if you're helping them, they're not really helping you. You're giving me a new T-shirt. You got all the following. You wear their T-shirt. They get all these new followers, and what have you gained apart from a T-shirt? So,
but it's the understanding of that as well. And like, for me, like, I'm someone who, I would feel guilty about something I really shouldn't feel guilty about. That's like a problem I know I have. It's like if someone reached out to me and they're like, would you wear this or would you do this? I would feel like, what am I too big to do? Like, and it would be bugging me. I know I'm gonna have to. Once this continues and everything starts growing, I'm gonna have to sort of accept that you can't help everyone. Like,
right now, your DMs could be a certain amount, right? But there'd be a point that where you're gonna be so flooded and you can't keep up. And it gives me anxiety myself. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I've not replied to all these people. But
and
you feel bad for a while, but afterwards you understand. You know what?
It is a full-time job.
It's a full-time job.
I'm literally a lot on my phone a lot of the time. I get home, I go on my Instagram, go on all my requests, I literally respond to everyone.
You're going to get yourself tired doing that in the long term. You're going to get yourself tired doing that in the long term.
I'm going to try to reply because I think when you put good energy, because you know people, I can make someone's day just by replying.
100%.
So when I put good energy back in, I always get back.
No, because I get that, because when someone sends you a good message and they don't even think you're gonna respond back, when they respond back, like, oh my God, I didn't think you would respond, and that's because you can't respond to everything. But like if you are managing to do that at the moment, by all means continue to do so, but you don't want to burn yourself out. Because there'll be a point, like say something goes viral, you're gonna get 1,000 DMs, but you're responding to 1,000 DMs, that's stopping you from doing something else as well. So that's what I'll be mindful on. But definitely monetize, because have a strategy with your partner, with your family, and just say, look, how can we best maximize this exposure and what's going on? Because the internet is there, it's good, it's bad, but it's there for you to utilize in the best way you can to support yourselves as well. But no, it's been an absolute pleasure, man. Honestly, it's been a pleasure. And like I said, you said it yourself, like you guys are actually, and people might say, well, why are they inspiring? It's just a father and a son. But from the communities that we come by, we don't really see that much, especially online as well. It's never really exposed, and you guys are actually showcasing it.
Yeah, I didn't understand. Like I said, I've been getting like a lot of messages. A lot of people were sort of like being stopped and sort of just being like, it's amazing to see. And like I said, for me, he's just literally been rolling me since he was 6 months. Like, so we've just had this bond of like I said, going swimming, going skating, going to the park, playing out, just always just rolling together. So it's just like, what's happening is so normal and natural.
Obviously it's changed now. We don't roll with each other as much, because obviously I roll with my friends and that.
Did you feel left out? Like you roll with your friends, oh my God, my dad's coming, let's run.
I'm there, but I'm always in the background, man. Don't trust me, if he's DJing, like, I always say it, like, because I take him everywhere, innit? So I'm like, the ball guy's always in the background. Like, I'm literally
Do you kind of feel, I know it's a funny situation, but do you kind of feel, oh, come on, Dad, leave me with my friends for a while, even though you had that bond?
If I say to him, I'm going, he only comes if it's like DJ and stuff. Like, if I'm going out with my brothers, he's not going to come. But bear my friends are onto him, they all want to fight.
You reckon him and his brothers are going to rush me? This is what
you
reckon. They're on the phone, I see them on the face and they're like, hey, what you? I'm saying, bruv, come in it. I take all three of you guys, I take them all on.
Do you think they'll get to a stage where you think you can really take your dad on?
He's getting stronger. He's getting stronger. But
I am like, but because he's scared to fight now. When I say let's fight, he's like,
you know what it is.
But I'll be honest, I think he'll be scared to hurt you. That's why.
I don't really. You know what it is.
You don't go serious.
He's literally like I said, like, I'll get up from work. I've been at work all day, innit? Like, I work for myself.
So you're tired.
All day. I'll come back in. I might have a shower, sit on a bit, coming in. I'm like, boy, I'm not fighting you right now, boy. Like, I'm not in the mood at the minute. Like, no, Dad, no, so you're idiot. You can't fight me. You shook. Like, whoa, allow it, man. I'm not in the mood right now. Allow me, bruv. And then eventually it's stopping it, because I'm like, bruv, like, please, man, allow me in it.
He'll get mad.
What's mum looking at? Like, oh my God, I've got 2 big kids.
More or less. She just used to it. Like, I'm gonna have to try and find it. But we got a video where we're in the lounge and we're not obviously having a real fight, but we're fighting, we're messing about, and my little daughter just there like she's loving it, because she just used to seeing it. It's not it's not like, oh my God, they're fighting. She could be dancing around or watching the TV and we're just having a fight. And it's just like, or my missus could just be sitting there and we're fighting or we're messing about. She'd be like, him and my missus might be not having an argument, but he'd be like, going back and forth, and I'm just sitting downstairs. I'm thinking, I'm just gonna get the call in a minute. They're going back and forth. Cayden, don't make me come up there, because if I have to come up there, like it's
with me and my dad, Jay. We don't really argue there, but me and my mum, it's like, always, I don't know.
You know what that is? He
is he like his mum the disciplinary, and he's like
It's not even that. You know what it is? Yeah, like, he does annoying things, but it don't. For me, it's just like. It don't really, like, for example, he will wear my clothes, he will wear my stuff, he will. I could set my I set my boxes out on the site. You know when you have a shower, I've set my boxes out. I've come out. There's no boxes, but he's got my boxes on. What do you do? But for me, I'll get mad at him a little bit. But for my missus, when he does certain things, like he sits in her bed, in her side of the bed, he says the Wi-Fi works in there better.
It does. Like
she's been telling him for like 2 years, please stop sitting in my bed. He continues to do it. So for her, it's like. But for me, it's like, don't wear my boxes. He'll wear my boxes again, or don't wear my jeans, or don't wear this, and he will still do it. But for me, it's just like, it don't get me angry, it don't get me mad. It's just like, it's annoying, but he's just my son, innit? So it just is what it is.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you guys, man, and I look forward to seeing more and following your journey, man. Any last words?
No, just big up, man. Big up everyone who's been supporting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the new followers. Yeah, man, just keep following our journey, man, and hopefully, well, not even hopefully, I don't use hopefully, that things are gonna grow, things are gonna get bigger, and just stay tuned, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much, man.
No worries, guys.
Thanks a lot.